What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. And yes, you are seeing this right. I faced off against a professional. You see the badges there? He got top 32 in one of these testing your limits. He was number 164 in the world at the time. And like I said, he plays on the North American E-Soccer League is what they call it. That's their pro team. He's coached by a former number one player in the world, Coletti, whatever. I don't remember the name. I'm sorry to that guy. I know you're a great player. I apologize. I'm new. I'm only a month into this game, which is why it's so crazy that I took it to one of your players. But it's okay. He's a good guy. He came into the stream, asked my camera settings, everything. So I was helping him out, which was awesome considering I'm 1 month in, but it shows me that I'm on the right path. Now, let me give you a breakdown. I shared a video earlier about all these rats and these Smart Assist users, and I finally said, you want to be a rat? That's fine. I'll do the same thing. Smart Assist, I'll do it all, and I'll do it playing good football. But the thing is, even if you're playing the pencil formation and kick, trying to run into defenders as a strategy, that's ratty. That's not football. Now, he said it's because of lag. He came in stream after and said he doesn't normally play like this. It's because of lag. I said, I'll say that in my breakdown. But if you watch this video, I was using full manual passing to start. After I was using full manual passing, right, and I realized, okay, I got to change this, right, but I outplayed him all the way up until I decided to keep the ball instead of kicking it because of his pressure. He ends up scoring. Now, yes, I gave him that goal, but I was just so sick of the ratty nonsense. And I said, you know what? What did I say earlier? Play a rat, they get to taste their own medicine with Smart Assist. I turned it on. I end up just destroying him. Now, you can say what you will about the Smart Assist gameplay on when I just destroy him. He ends up tying it last second by just running into me. That's all he tried to do the whole game is rush me, run into me, then shoot. And you can watch that for yourself. But really pay attention from the start of the game, right, where I'm using pass level 4, full manual, then change it to pass level 3, all the way up until I press pause and turn Smart Assist on after he scored that ratty goal, because I didn't just clear the ball and didn't just play like 99% of the players are playing right now, which is trash. We are the 1% that are going to show that playing football in this game and showcasing just how amazing this game can be is far more satisfying, far more rewarding than playing that rat nonsense that everyone plays, not only with Smart Assist, but also that quick counter, quick rushing on defense, pencil thin formations so players kick the ball onto you or you can run into the defender and score on tackle-backs. You guys know the nonsense I'm talking about. And already 8 game minutes in, you can see kind of the tempo of the game and the direction that it's going, right? And it doesn't mean that this player didn't have some skill, right? You don't get as high as he's gotten in the rankings. You don't get top 30, top 100 in any competition. You don't play for a pro team if you're not somewhat skilled. But it doesn't change the fact that I was more skilled. It doesn't change the fact that 1 month in without knowing all of the nuances, right? I still got to work on a lot of things like using knock-ons more, using fake shots more, stunning fake shots more, knowing when to clear the ball in times when I want to keep it and play regular football, but because the defense with the pressure is so overpowered, sometimes when you look like, you have the time to keep the ball in the back and pass it around, you actually have to clear it. Otherwise, like you see in this game, you will get scored on, right? It literally happened 2 different times. It's the only reason this player was able to score both of his goals, because I tried to keep the ball in the back when I could have just cleared it. I mean, there are players in here that doesn't matter how much space they have, they'll just clear. It's ridiculous. And that's the thing. The beautiful passing sequences that you can pull off, the beautiful animations, the realistic weight of the passes, realistic weight of the players and their movements, all of these things get overshadowed by the nonsense that happens, right? Now, part of that nonsense sometimes is like Konami and some things they need to fix within the game because no game's perfect. I could point out, especially with the keepers, right? That's an area where they have a weak point. There's a lot of, let's call it wonky stuff that goes on. But if that was the biggest issue as a player base that we had to deal with, we would be in a great spot. That only gets brought up because it is combined with the other nonsense that has to do with much of the overpowered AI assistance that Konami puts in because of these low-level, low-skill players. I mean, let's use this game as an example, and you'll see both the goals I'm talking about. But this player utilizes the overpowered defense with both the pressure button and the AI assistance, which is pressure from the AI, right? The same thing as X, but with an AI player. You hold down X, you hold down R1, you have two players that are like heat-seeking missiles going after the ball that essentially turn into a weapon for low-level players that can't keep the ball, right? Sometimes you'll actually win the ball defensively and it will end up hurting you because you win the ball and next thing you know you have players right on top of you and they steal it before you have a chance to make your next pass or even clear it. So then these players, because of their bad offense, are rewarded with a chance on goal and many times a goal, right? Because if your defender wins the ball because of their bad offense, then they run into you, get it back, they're through on goal. So these low-level players notice this, right? And those just start spamming through ball, through ball, through ball. Even if it's intercepted, they immediately rush into you and try to knock your defender off, get the ball, and get their chance on goal. It's ridiculous. It happens twice in this game, and it's crazy to me. And what I told this player is that you could easily be playing good football. He said there was lag, but look at how I'm playing. Now, I know 100%, I'm not going to act like I don't know this, that sometimes one player is lagging more than the other. Some people think the lag is always the same for both. It is not, right? So let's even just assume that this player is having bad lag and I'm not. I have had it a million times where I had bad lag and never once did that make me turn into a rat player. Now you see my mistake there. I didn't want to just clear the ball like I easily could have. Instead, I tried to swing it all the way to my right back, which is FIFA brain, right? Since I could not play that ball all the way across, he ends up intercepting it because he was rushing me and scores. Now, in FC, why I say it's FIFA brain is because when I played that ball across, it would have went all the way over to my right back. It wouldn't have stopped early. He wouldn't have got it and went in with his hullet. So it's just one of those lessons being only a month into eFootball. However, it doesn't change the fact that I have been outplaying him this entire game. And even though he is not using Smart Assist, I just was sick of the ratty play. Not one time have I seen him play actual good football or try to make any type of good football plays. His top weapon literally is the heavily overpowered AI-assisted defense. So, you want to use AI-assisted defense to be a rat? I will use Smart Assist and be a rat. That's how I approach this game. Now, you got to remember, in this testing my limit especially, but even in eFootball overall, these ratty players, these low-skill players, not this player, he actually has skill, but these type of players, right? I mean, I am literally destroying him in this game, and it gets old after a while constantly having to be the quote-unquote good guy, right? Especially considering I'm the newer player. You guys should be teaching me a lesson, showing me how to play the game the right way, and especially in this case, you are a pro. By default, you are an ambassador of this game, and this is how you want to showcase the game. It's crazy. 1 month in, and I'm giving a lesson, a literal schooling to this player. Look at these stats. Remember, a vast majority of this was without Smart Assist. Go look at how many of these shots. Go look at how much of that possession was before Smart Assist. A vast majority of it. He had one chance only, and it was all due to the AI-assisted defense. That's what led to the Smart Assist coming on. So, the point of this video isn't to rip this player apart. He's actually a nice guy. It's not to rip his team apart or his coach or brag about being a pro. The point of this video is to say that us as a player base need to get better at what we do with this game because we could easily have just another arcade game like FC. We could easily have a game full of exploits like UFL. We actually have a football game that is true to football. We have a game where the superstars in the game and the legends in the game are true to their real life form, right? Maybe not exact, but way better. Look at FC and how they treat all their icons and heroes. Most of them aren't even true to their real life. It's like they never watched them play, right? We have a great game here, but the low-level, low-skill players are ruining the game. Konami is catering to them because they want their money. And you have plenty of pro players and content creators that are co-signing this nonsense and even promoting it with the way that they play. It needs to change or this game is just going to end up being an FC 2.0, right? Where you have a terribly toxic community and an awful football game. So I hope you can take this video as a lesson that you can play great football, right? Even with all the mistakes, even with all the newbie stuff that I do wrong, you can play great football and have success. Not to mention, if we play great football and show what this game's truly capable of and spread this around, maybe it will change the tide and these rats will be chased away. Konami will start catering to the players that want to play good football, that don't want all this extra AI assistance, that don't want any of this nonsense. That is the only way that this game becomes what it could be instead of just a hot mess, for lack of a better term. So I'm going to keep fighting the good fight. I know my community will join me. I hope you all will join me. If you're not part of the community yet, I hope you join us. Even if you don't want to join the community, play the game the right way. Play the game how it can be played. The beautiful football that this game has needs to be showcased. So with that being said, as always, keep grinding, keep having fun, and I will see you on the next one. Peace!